Lunana is about Ugyen, who is enrolled for training in teaching, but his heart is in becoming a singer and moving to Australia for a good life. But the institute moves him to Lunana for a temporary period to teach small kids. Meeting some new social challenges and way of living getting tougher, Ugyen experiences life like never before. Hey everyone, the Dark Knaik is here. I was doing a wiki on Academy Awards of this year, and I noticed in International Feature Film category there was a film called Lunana, a Yak in the Classroom. This came all over from Bhutan. Bhutan. Wow. I mean, the first question that came in my mind was, that country also produces films. Okay, so picture this. A Bhutanese film reached the Oscars for the Best Foreign Film category. No offense. Bollywood, shame on you. Seriously, shame on you. A Bhutanese film reached the Oscars, and in 21 years, not a single Indian film showed up at the Oscar. Although I believe Gully Boy should have reached the Oscars, but generally speaking, shame on you. Just Google Lunana. It is a beautiful remote valley of Bhutan, and with a few houses and extremely limited population, Bhutanese here make their living from yaks and sheep. If anyone has watched this film, Lunana, a Yak in the Classroom, will agree with me that Lunana heavily reminds us of Ashutosh Gowariker's Swades and Greek Mortenson's book 3 Cups of Tea. Rural simplicities, generosity, and hospitality, these three elements will remind you of Swades and 3 Cups of Tea. And only from the book, it will remind you of Himalayan mountain climbing and teaching in a least facilitated school. Reluctant of adapting rural methods, but then going 360 for betterment will remind you of Swades. So Lunana is a hybrid sense of finesse for both the film and the book. This is the first time I have watched a Bhutanese film, and I actually am impressed with the filmmaking. Of course, there has to be a reason why a film from Bhutan has reached to international fame. The first 40 minutes, slow and steady build-up to the story. Ugyen's character development is easily the clear winner. Ugyen's character complexity is well translated because he was pretty upset in traveling to Lunana because he wanted to move to Australia and become a singer. And from there, he built enthusiasm for children. So those were the best parts of screenwriting. When you watch this film, you will go with the flow. You will actually travel with Ugyen to Lunana and feel his journey. With a delicate sense of detailing, the director of the film, Pawo Dorji, if this is how his name is pronounced, apologies if I couldn't, he has shot the film with meticulous care. A lot of small portions are taken care of. That means a lot. There is a thoughtful moment in Lunana when Ugyen observes an old villager without shoes. So the old villager reasons that he doesn't have money to fill his feet. In the very next second, his child shows up to his bare feet in her shoes. Very, very touching. The scene had nothing to do with the film, but these are the segments where the director gives value to the sub-detailing that builds the characters and gives audience their part of their theory. There is a scene where Ugyen teaches kids C for car, but to his surprise, the kids have no idea what is he talking about. the kids don't recognize there what car is. So Ugyen replaces car with cow. C for cow, because the kids know what cow is, but they do not know about the car. In the world of automobiles, the director gives audience their chance to realize that there are remote places in the world where a thing called car can neither exist nor humankind can imagine such a thing to exist. See, Lunana is a predictable story with the script nowhere meeting its tragic climax or anticlimax or any sign of negative energy about an outsider influencing people of a certain place. But the productional aesthetics and screenplay are just marvelous. Lunana successfully conveys the message that the simplest ways of life can transform a human into happiness. Reaching the Oscar is a historic moment in Bhutan, and the film deserves its piece of limelight. Lunana is a beautiful drama. I'm Trainee Ugyen.